Welcome to the Zipper Merge, fellas.
All right, episode 10.
10.
Subscribers, fans, world, this is the Zipper Merge, episode 10. Thank you for joining us again. We know it's been a few weeks longer than we intended, but one of us had not a health scare, but kind of a health conundrum. But we are here again.
That's not me. I'm feeling great.
Yeah, I'm feeling good. I just had a little kind of wonky thing that I had to deal with, and
Happens.
you know, we're not too far off pace here, so we're good. We have been, if you've kept up with the show, you've noticed that Greg and I have kind of gone back and forth about misplaced celebrity icons, and by misplaced I mean kind of misplaced kind of confidence, misplaced, just way too much exposure. You know, help me out with phrases if you want to on
Overused. I'd say,
for sure.
Yeah, just bringing up the same examples as, clothing, cultural icons, etc.
Yeah,
It's just you see the same stuff like every season.
every promo we keep seeing with the Huckberries of the world and other clothing suppliers, whether it's just kind of a store distributor level or if it's the actual label themselves, they want to use Steve McQueen and they want to use James Bond. We keep running across those left and right.
Yeah.
We've brought them up in the show. All these articles we're running through keep referencing those two guys. And, we love the stuff they were in and we love them as actors.
I like the products that they push when they're trying to showcase, and say, hey, get this Steve McQueen look or whatever it is. The stuff, hey, Huckberry, it looks good. Huckberry's really good at picking out. I want to give them a quick shout.
Okay.
They're really good at picking out nice looking stuff.
They don't need our help.
They don't need our help, but I'm just going to admit it. Look, I got a few of their items. It looks good, but I'm just tired of seeing the same thing, man.
Oh, and the third one, Hemingway.
Oh, God.
Don't forget him. Hemingway.
Yeah.
Who in their right mind this day and age is really that well read in Hemingway? Come on. Like the people that you're really selling all that to.
It's just his persona.
Yeah. Nobody's read that much Hemingway.
I don't think I've read one bit, be honest.
I know I've read at least one. I had to read Old Man the Sea in like 8th grade or something.
Okay. I have read some stuff.
Which was cool.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, come on.
I get it. He's a masculine guy, I used to have a picture of him on my screensaver in my computer at work of him on like a dock in boxing gloves down in Cuba,
Okay.
him boxing one of the dock hands or something, It was a cool photo.
Right.
I was like, oh, that's awesome. He was big into boxing and stuff like that, like me. So,
but Greg and I
it's pretty
think,
cool.
Yeah.
But I hate hearing about it.
Yeah. Greg and I think we need to move past these three references. And so I challenged the two of us to come up with a new celeb icon.
Yeah.
But I felt like this was more Greg's wheelhouse because he's a little bit more passionate about it than I am. So Greg's going to take the reins of this topic, and I'm going to post his new icon. And I have to say I was a little bit surprised by this.
Really? Okay.
I thought you would pick somebody younger than this.
Yeah, I didn't know if I should or not.
Well, it can evolve into an ongoing, if you think of another one, it's not like we can't add to the till.
Yeah.
But I was not shocked, but just a little bit surprised that your first one, we'll say, was this guy.
Well, I have a younger backup. I had a backup.
Oh, you got a
backup one.
Okay. Well, let's
hit
don't
who I
steer into
went.
the backup.
That's right.
Because it's not like this is a bad choice by any means.
No. So you want me run with it here? Look.
Yeah.
I'm
Torch is fast.
I'm going with the man, Harrison Ford.
Okay.
I'm going with Harrison Ford. The more I learn about this cat, he just he has the same style. Like his style is damn near the same in the pictures that you see of him from like the 70s, the 80s, the 90s to now. He's just a straight up denim, and blue jeans guy.
Mm-hmm.
And he just has like that constant, just classic man style. He doesn't wear anything like too flashy, but man knows what he likes.
Yeah.
And he always sports it. And he looks good. I mean, it's damn Harrison Ford, right?
Yeah.
All right. So a little bit of trivia for you on Harrison Ford. So I
Okay.
learned this. There he is right there. And it looking, got his cowboy get up on. I don't know if he's on a set or if somebody, outfitted him right there. But yeah, that's him, man. That's just the guy's guy. Always
He wears
always
a lot
just
of denim,
likes.
it looks like.
He does. A lot of button downs, but he's always in the denim. And he's got the same as Indiana Jones. The boots that he wears in Indiana Jones are his boots. They're his exact. Those were his.
Yeah.
And he still wears them on sets. He wears his own belts on the set. He wears his own jeans. So right there, that's him from, oh my gosh, Shrinking. The new show, Shrinking. And yeah, that's my style right there. I like the collar. I like the collar with the sweater pulled over it, with the jeans and the cowboy boots. Like that's just classic, nicely done, just man stuff right there.
Yeah.
That's my style. And so, I like Harrison Ford. He keeps it simple, but it's like he just dresses like a straight up man.
I mean,
I'll put it this way.
I will be honest, a charcoal crew neck sweater can just it's amazing how much that can do for a man.
Just go, yeah.
It cuts you so well. Like,
yeah. It looks good.
Even the cheapest charcoal crew neck sweater can do wonders for a man.
Yeah. I agree. You could wear it anywhere. Wear it to work.
So this look here made me scratch my head a little bit because I'm not about the penny loafers.
You ain't about
barefoot.
them shoes.
I'm not about the barefoot and the loafer shoe. No.
I've never been about that either. But, it's Harrison Ford. He can be about it.
Oh, he can.
I mean, he just he's like, well, I think the dude also he carries himself to where he's like, yeah, this is what I wear, and whether you like it or not, I'm gonna be in these jeans every day, and I'm gonna wear these damn penny loafers around the house in my collared shirt.
Yeah, how about the blue on blue there? Navy on royal.
Is that navy or is that black?
Or navy on indigo. I think it's navy.
Okay.
It looks black on the computer, but once it gets up there, you can see the highlights.
Navy on navy.
It's navy on indigo, dog.
So yeah, I read an article about Shrinking, and they were talking about how much of his clothes he actually just brought to the set. And he said, hey, I think the guy should wear this. And they were his clothes. And they were like, well, it's Harrison Ford. I really can't tell his ass no.
Exactly. That's where I was going to go with it.
But they said, all right, they worked with him and said, well, how about you only wear this during this part of the show? So it was like a back and forth, but they were like, dude just has naturally good style. Like all his jeans, they didn't have to go find jeans that he looked good in.
Mm.
So that's another reason why I'm selecting, why he's my pick. Because they said, we didn't have to go find shit that fit him right. Like usually you do, the celebrities just dress like trash. And you have to fit them with stuff that makes them look good. They just don't do it on their own. But he brought his own stuff in there because he knows what he looks good in. And they're like, yeah, you look dope. You look awesome.
Well, Zipper Mergers, the next episode, we'll have Harrison on here to...
that's what I was going to say.
To verify everything that Prue is talking about. So
yeah, we just got to get the details worked out.
You're supposed to say deets right there, not details.
Deets?
Yeah.
Fuck.
If we keep it, that's how you keep it young. Yeah. We'll skew our demo younger if we say deets instead of details.
I threw in my Addy today.
So all dad jokes aside, so here's another one of Harrison.
I don't know about that pose,
Mr. Ford.
but he still wears that Western belt. Today, 35, 40 years later, he's got that same Western buckle belt he wears in everything.
I'd like to ask him about that polo being buttoned all the way to
the top.
The gizzard there.
I'm not about it.
Nope. What are we looking at here on the lapel? What's that?
I don't know.
Like
I wonder. I bet this was like a GQ photo shoot for.
Oh, they made him stand like that.
Yeah, back in like what is that, like 93 maybe?
I'm gonna say 84. That's 80s.
You
Faux
think
show.
so?
Oh yeah, that's definitely 80s.
I don't know, man. I don't know. So yeah, that's my pick. That's my pick, brother.
Okay.
Harrison Ford.
Little Oxford. Is that a
Harrison, you want to come on the show, dog, for real? I mean, I know we were just clowning earlier, but do you? Hit us up.
I think we've already committed a crime by calling him by his first name.
Why is that?
I'm pretty sure everybody refers to him as Mr. Ford these days.
Mr. Ford?
I would imagine so.
We can't refer to him on Mr. Ford as when he comes on the set. I mean, he just got to be Harrison.
No, I'll be calling him Mr. Ford.
You'll be calling him Mr. Ford?
Will. Yes, absolutely.
I got to connect with him, though. I can't connect with him by just calling him his last name.
I mean, unless I can get him loose with a couple flirticanias like I got here, then, I'll be calling him Mr. Ford.
Hey, look, there now, he ain't got enough buttons buttoned up.
This is the...
you need a few more buttons up.
This collar... Remind me what that collar is called. It's not the river driver collar. It's the...
Oh, that's big in like Irish culture.
Not the minstrel collar.
I don't know what it's called.
I just saw this in a catalog recently. I'm so mad I can't remember. There's a word for that kind of collar.
All right, send it to me and I'm about to pop it up on the screen in post. We fix it in post.
But that makes me want to bring up a wildlife shot. But
my stepdad used to wear the shit out of them shirts.
Did he really?
He did, man. Dress shirts with the no collar, but it's just buttoned right there, and he'd button it all the way, and then have dress pants on and black cowboy boots.
This is the kind of shirt that people like Phil Collins would wear back in the from the 70s all the way to the early 90s, and that was the deal. Like
in too deep.
Yeah, you had Dave Gilmour from Pink Floyd. He would wear those shirts. All the British gigantic rock stars, Phil Collins and David Gilmour and all these other dudes, they would all wear that collar. Your boy Knopfler, Martin Knopfler.
Mark.
Not just your boy, but my boy too.
I would call him Mr. Knopfler.
I would call him Mr. Knopfler as well.
Yeah, for real.
So Mr. Knopfler also sported that collar quite a bit.
How do you know that?
All those like old nasty early 90s album covers and stuff, like that kind of stuff just flows through my head at all times. James Taylor, he's one that wore those all the time. So,
James Taylor, oh my God. Oh, I can see James Taylor in it. Yeah. On that picture, I wonder if that was a pose picture with him holding that phone up. Flip back to it real quick. That just, I mean, how cool do you look?
The rotary phone hanging up.
Yeah, you got a rotary dial phone leaned up against some cedar, and that cig just burning down in the tips. Like,
how long was that cord?
How damn cool are you right there? It makes me want to pick up smoking.
It always tripped me out how in movies of that era, the actors would always just pick up the rotary phone, just carry it around the room.
Yeah, we used to do that in my buddy's house.
Really?
Yeah, he'd have me call a girl for him, which I didn't understand, and then he would take the phone from me. Once she answered, he would then take it from me and then walk around the room with it. Yeah.
I love the look on Mr. Ford's face here of like, you guys better get this damn photo shoot done.
Yeah.
Before I whip some ass.
He looks like he could handle about 4 Irish whiskeys and not be phased.
Yeah. He's ready to walk off the set right now if you don't get this done.
Yeah.
Like
I've got to go make Temple of Doom.
Yeah. Y'all made me button this collar all the way up to my gizzard again.
I've got a meeting with Sean Connery in 4 minutes. Wrap it up.
My feet are so swampy in these penny loafers y'all made me put on.
Harrison, Mr. Ford, can you please come on here on the show and explain some of these shots? And I want to know why those boots. I don't like them clean, but I love them like scuffed up like that. Those are nice. I'm gonna put up what kind they are right here.
What if we just talk clothes with Harrison Ford for like?
Why not? Why not do that? Why not do that, Harrison? Okay.
It's Mr. Ford.
Sorry.
Mr. Ford, we're officially inviting you.
Yep, I'm officially invited. He's invited. He's invited.
Brentwood, Tennessee. Come on.
Yeah, I think we're. Yeah, look at him. Look at him, cowboy. So,
Yeah.
that's my new style icon for right now.
Right on.
I got a backup. I got a younger one. You know, Harrison's creeping on up there, but you know, it's not Steve McQueen. It's not James Dan Bond.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely more recent, more current. So yeah. Well, not current, but more recent. So yeah, I dig it. All right. So our second segment.
Number 2.
Greg and I have been discussing.
Look at my show notes.
We've been discussing fall go-tos.
Mm-hmm.
So, kind of as a tangent to that, both of us have been getting hammered with emails from all the brands that we've been talking about. Each of them seems to want to push a shacket or a shirt jack.
Shirt jack. JAC.
It either says shacket or it says shirt jack.
Yeah.
You could just say shirt jacket. I would still buy it. But it's all about the shirt jack and the shacket. So that got me thinking, all right, well, we got to have a segment next episode of comparing shirt jackets.
I'm going to have to stop myself on this one because I could really just sail on this thing.
I know you
in
could.
The open ocean, but
that's partly
I'm
why
try to rein it in.
That's partly why I took the reins of it. I subversively knew this about you, and so that's why I decided to task you with Harrison Ford. And
yeah, look. Is there anything you wanted else to say about shirt jackets before I just get on a tear?
Yes, I've got to set this up.
Okay, let's go.
So I'm going to tee this up a little bit more, and let me pull up the browser. All right. So this is going to depend heavily on our browser window here. So the shirt jacket.
Yep. Who we got here?
Well, we're not. Be patient. Be patient.
Okay.
So what I decided to do first to pose this to you was establish some rules about what a shirt jacket is.
Mm-hmm.
Because I felt like once I started doing some shopping, it was so wide-ranging. I was like, all right, well, what will get Pruitt really angry? And what will get him really opinionated? Maybe not angry.
Oh, it doesn't take much.
So I was like, all right, let me establish some rules and see if he concurs.
Yeah.
And here's what I came up with. These aren't really to get you to stew, but after scrolling through all these, I started with a list of 16 that I found that felt worthy of shirt jackets that stood out to me. They all range across brands that we have mentioned thus far in the show.
Okay.
Across the 9 episodes we've done.
Right.
I worked my way down to 12. Okay. And then today I worked my way down to 8.
All right.
So I decided to land on 3 rules.
Okay.
There can be more rules, but I figured 3 was a good minimum to get us going.
Yeah.
Not saying you have to add to these rules now, but keep this in the headspace there while we talk about them.
All right.
In no particular order, rule number 1, no button on the collar. I think that's got to be.
Disagree.
Disagree. I'm surprised. Okay.
No, I think you're right. No, I haven't seen one that has a button on the collar.
Okay. So number 2 has to be open front. So what I mean by that is has to be open front. What I mean by that is that you can't just say a thicker hoodie is a shirt jacket. See what I mean?
Oh yeah, it's got to be a buttoned up shirt.
Right.
It's got to have buttons on it.
Right.
Yeah, you can't. It's not a pullover.
Yeah, I would venture to say it cannot have a zipper either.
Yeah, it's not a shirt jacket.
Right. Okay. So we agree on that one. Number 3, it has to be a heavier material than, say, Oxford cloth.
Your retailers are going to disagree with you, but I agree with you.
What I think you will find that all 16 of the ones I pulled up labeled shirt jackets are all 2 to 3 times heavier than Oxford cloth.
I recently found some online that were not. They were just a plain flannel, like thin. It just had the pockets. It just had the hand pockets, and so they called it a shirt jacket.
Okay. Well,
I agree. It should be heavier material to classify.
Well, it's not like you can't, throw on an Oxford in the middle of the summer, when you're going into a cold movie theater.
Yeah.
And wear that as a jacket. However,
that's not a shirt jacket.
That's not a shirt jacket.
Right.
It's just an extra layer.
Right.
So we are maybe not imposing these on anyone, but we're just saying these are qualifiers for this list.
Yeah.
That's all I'm trying to accomplish.
Yeah.
Qualifiers for this list. Okay. So first, I wanted to start with a brand that Bing, bing, bing ties into a new piece for me. I took advantage of Outer Known's Blanket Shirt Day.
Yeah.
They have a particular day in October just called Blanket Shirt. They have a shirt called the Chroma Blanket Shirt. They claim it's the softest shirt on earth. And so I took them up on their challenge. They had a sale back in early October where it was like $50 or $60 off the shirt. And I was like, okay, well,
that's pretty good unless it's a $200 shirt.
It's like a $170 shirt.
Whoa!
So it's a $170 shirt, and I took the plunge, and I only ended up spending like $110.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, at that price, I'll splurge for a little happy here, and for the show's sake. So this is the shirt I got.
You got that on right there?
This is the Earth Red. I have this one, the pink. It's called Pink Moment.
Is that what you have on right there?
Yes, I have the pink
Okay.
Moment. This is the one I have on.
Which can also be roped into our new pieces segment.
That's what I just said.
Oh, my bad. God.
Come on, dog.
Ah!
So Greg will insert the new pieces logo here. Bing, bing, bing. And this covers a new piece for me. And I have to say, it is comfortable as hell. What I will say about the purchase, however, is that I started with an XL. I am wearing a large. The XL was gigantic on me.
Really?
And
You
when
just traded it?
I was furious when I got it. And so I sent it back. They covered the shipping for the return, which I was very appreciative of. So Outer Known, thank you very much. They made it right. The large fits perfectly. The large. This is the first large I've been.
You don't wear larges.
I don't wear larges, period.
Yeah.
This is the first large I've been able to wear probably since high school.
We need a sound effect for that. Hang on. How about this one?
Absolutely luxurious.
Yeah, I think that works. Maybe a little.
Ooh, boy.
Works perfectly. Yeah. 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 So, I applaud Outer Known. So I have had this a week.
Yeah.
And I've worn it every day for a week.
Every day.
Every day.
Man.
Not like all day out and about.
Yeah, but you've thrown it on at some point every day.
Jennifer runs the house like an ice box, so I've got to throw it on.
She's cold-hearted anyway.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cold-hearted snake. She don't play by rules.
Ice.
So,
I've worn it around the house. I love the shirt, man.
Yeah.
It
looks good.
It's a new fave, and so this is a shirt jack for me.
Okay.
It's the thickness of a thick flannel.
All right.
But it feels it's hard to say what this, it does feel like we have a blanket in the house that this actually does feel like. It's kind of a jersey knit thread almost.
Yeah.
Like, so it's cool, man. So
I'm gonna have to touch it afterwards. I'm gonna put my hands on it. I have to put hands on it.
Let's don't extract that clip. Or actually we should. We need that on the punch box.
And a t-shirt as well. I need to put my hands on it.
We need that on the punch box.
I need to feel your suppleness.
Just one after the other, man.
Cranking them out. Well, that's what happens when you drink a little bit of this Black Horse Brewery vanilla.
It just says vanilla all big across the can.
I know. It's from like Alcoa, Tennessee. We need to hit these
said Black
boys
Horse?
up. The Black Horse Brewery.
Oh yeah, yeah.
All right, I've never heard of them.
There's a Black Horse here.
Somehow I got these in my fridge.
Black Horse is good, man.
Okay.
Used to go there in college.
Well, I disagree with you that that's a shirt jacket. To me, it has to have, the whole difference is the shirt jacket. I mean, it's got to be like a flannel. It's got to be a button down, right? But it has to have the hand pockets like a jacket. To me, that's the only qualifier that I can see.
Hand pockets for you
is, yeah, it's got to be a heavier weight, but it has to have the hand pockets like a jacket, or it's just a flannel. It's just a shirt. So to me, that's a shirt jacket. It has to have the hand pockets, where you walk around, you throw it on like a jacket, you throw your hands up in there because it's cold outside, and that's your jacket.
Okay.
So that's a shirt jacket for me.
All right, agree to disagree. So number 2 on my list. Now these aren't necessarily ranked. I just want to start with the one that got me into the new pieces.
Okay.
Kind of side tangent.
Let's run some.
So here we go.
What do you want? Are you wanting my opinion on these, or are we just running some down?
No, I want your opinion on every single one.
Never heard it. Oh, is that normal?
This is normal.
Oh,
so
love
I went with one of your guys.
Yep.
So I
love that.
Yeah. So I tried this gold one on in the store at the mall.
Did you?
Yeah. So I took your advice and went to their new brick and mortar store at our local mall.
Yeah.
And I have to say I was impressed. I do want to go back and get it.
God dang.
At the store, it was this 188 business, and I was like, God, $200 for a friggin' heavy flannel.
All right, that's my other rant. Here we go. That's my other rant is.
Hey, it was your idea to keep the time short, and
here
you are on your soapboxes.
I know, but
don't you understand the show is about your soapboxes?
I'm about to get up on this amp stand, right? On this amp.
The whole idea of this show is your soapboxes, and you keep getting on my ass about keeping the show short.
Look.
Now I have your ass on record, mother. So I have you. We might have to clip that in.
Yeah,
but
we'll blurb.
I have you on record.
Look, here's the deal. I think they're calling a lot of these things jackets just so they can bump that extra $40 in there.
Oh, that's
just so they can charge another third. That's what they're doing. They're tacking on another third. They're calling it the jack, and they're tacking on another shirt.
I didn't think about that.
Now, do they have an extra layer in there? Is that lined?
Well,
yeah,
this is flannel lined. I can attest to this. Like I said, I tried this on in the store.
Yeah.
It has that kind of standard flannel lining there. It's actually a brighter. It's more yellow than it looks in this picture.
Yeah.
It's more yellow in person.
Okay. I don't like that.
It's like super bright gold in person.
Okay.
So I would not probably go. Well, Jennifer actually loved this on me.
She did.
Which I was shocked. Like, it was, when I stood in
she
front
can't
of the
be
mirror,
trusted,
I was
though.
like, that's bright. So put some shades on.
Well, that's good because usually when you look at something online, they usually up the saturation of the photo. So then when you actually get it and you open up the packaging, you're like, what, Pendleton?
Yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah.
Like, what did y'all do? And see, my job is I work in Photoshop, guys. And so I know all about this, how you do it. You just take that little saturation meter and you just give it a little bump. And it's usually not as bright as the actual thing.
Well, what caught
or
my
the actual
eye,
thing's not as bright.
What caught my eye about the normal brand shirt jacket was that three of their color choices were so primary and so bold.
Yeah.
And so as we go through this list, I think you'll notice that there's a pretty wide range of material choice and color choice. So I was trying to provide the viewer with a really wide range.
Yeah.
So that it wasn't just, hey, let's get Carhartt canvas with brown.
Which I love, but yes.
My first shirt jacket was an LL Bean version of that kind of Carhartt canvas.
Yeah.
Same, dark camel color with the standard flannel lining. And I loved it. But as we've come along, I've noticed there's a whole lot more variety out there. And so we want to provide our subscribers and viewers with a little bit more variety in this topic. So
I got you. I'm down.
They were cool, man. I want to go back. I might put this on my list for Christmas. We'll see. I wish the flannel was a little bit not so standard issue, red pattern, but the wife said it looked good on me, so I was surprised. I was not as impressed with the fit, like from shoulder to diaphragm was great. And then when it got from diaphragm to tail, it kind of flared out. I
Oh
felt like,
no.
and I didn't. You know
It
how I
bailed
feel
out
about
on
that.
you?
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
like,
I don't like that.
like I want it more tapered. I don't want it to
Yeah.
flare.
Yeah, I don't like that. But the whole deal is it's a shirt jacket. So you're supposed to already have a shirt on up under that. And this is just a loose fitting extra layer. It's a jacket. It's a flannel jacket that you just throw on and you go out there and you carry some logs back into the house, or you go outside and get the mail in. I mean, that's what it's supposed to be. So it's not like this form fitting thing that you're going to wear out somewhere. Like I wore these things every weekend in the winter for the past 10 years, going outside in the woods. I had on one of these.
That's fair, but I've come across some other labels that have got me thinking about how
Not saying you can't use it in other places.
well, it's got me thinking about the overall fit.
Mm-hmm.
So you'll notice as we go along.
Okay.
So number 3 here, I've got Grayers. I really like this.
I saw that one the other day. I saw that.
It does have the pockets like you like.
Yep, there they are. Right there, Sky Captain. Look at y'all coming up with some shit. Look at that naming, Sky Captain.
It's charcoal. I love that glacier gray. Like I might have to.
I just can't look at that fool and read Sky Captain with that expression that he's got on his face.
Hey,
I like that light color
this
though.
Is that
I don't have
model.
one.
Well, this is that same model we want to talk to.
Yeah, we got to get this guy on
because he's in Hiroshi Kato.
I hate him though because he's so damn tan, and I'm so pasty white. I'm as white as his shirt, dude. That's why I can't wear that shirt because I'm as white as it.
I would definitely go for that shirt. I love
it. I don't have anything white like that.
That's the thing is like
super white.
Something white like that's very hard. That's why I got that Howler shirt that one time.
Yeah.
So this might actually take care of that itch that I had.
Wearing it with a dark undershirt,
failed on.
Which is a no in dress shirts, but at flannels, it's a go-to. It's a positive.
So here's a curveball for you.
All right, let's go.
Cricket.
Dude, this model right here can wear whatever he wants. He's always up in some stuff. He's jacked too. You see this cat in one of their polos?
Yeah.
And he is jacked up, dude.
He is.
I'm like,
so
man.
Here's what I love about this.
Look at that thing.
I mean,
I want that.
That is sharp.
That is sharp,
That
man.
is sharp.
That is
so
sharp.
Cricket shirts, you caught my eye with this one and love that herringbone.
Yeah.
Like that is, so the reason I chose this was that, it's shirt jacket is kind of a casual thing, right? But then you take a fabric like that and it just adds a whole lot more dimension.
Adds another layer to it. What about that brown? I like that gray, but it's got a brown option right there.
Yeah,
I like that too, man.
Brown one's okay, but
I could kick it.
Well, put a pin in that because I've got one that might work better than this one in the brown.
Well, they know how to pair it. I mean, they paired it with a bright blue denim shirt.
Yeah,
it makes that brown sing.
Yeah. So Cricket is definitely on my wish list now.
Yeah. Cricket's just so damn pricey, y'all. I know you're from Austin. You feel like you need to mark up shit, but come on, dude.
$200 for that, man.
Come on.
That's rough.
Come on, Austin.
That's rough on a brother.
Come on.
Okay, so number 5. So Billy Reed.
I sure ain't paying for Billy Reed, but let's roll.
I'm not paying $448.
No, Billy Reed. I'll never buy 1 ounce of your clothing.
Now, hear me out, though. Hear me out. So the reason I chose this was because it was one of those brands that has been a little bit outside of our, outside of
pay grade.
Pay grade for sure. Pay grade for sure.
What the fuck?
For sure, faux show, however you want to say it. But I have to say, man, this kind of pinstripe in it.
You like that?
That's beautiful.
I can't get on board with it.
I think that's beautiful. I think this fabric is incredible.
It looks good. I like that red cuff up under there.
Yeah,
that looks good.
I'm telling you, that cuff line.
Billy, you finally made a decent shirt.
I like the button on it that's paired with, it's just.
Yep.
So this one, along with the previous one from Cricket,
right?
I think are 2 ways to kind of dress up and elevate the shirt jacket.
That's a good point because me, it's purely about outdoor, it's about function in the outdoors or snuggling up watching your favorite Netflix show. You got that shirt jacket on. It's cold in the house. You're trying to save on some gas money.
Right. This is a date night shirt jacket.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah,
And
you can elevate it.
I venture to say if you ironed it a little bit more crisply and you chose a different shirt to go under it,
Yeah.
then that could be a business casual shirt under the appropriate conditions.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's where I think, the 448, maybe
Okay.
maybe you balance that out with a much wiser choice in the shirt price-wise,
Yeah.
and maybe you can get away with a steal on the pants so that
Yeah,
you're
but you can
not.
still put a polo up under that. You don't even have to have a full long sleeve. You can throw a polo and then to dress it up,
Yeah.
a short sleeve shirt up under that. It look good. It would look dressy.
I love how that
I can't get
stripe.
into pinstripes though, but
Well, I'm not into that either, but I love like how it balances out that cuff, the cuff lining there,
yeah.
and it just, I don't know. It's a pattern that's like restricted to say old school suits, right?
Right.
And to see that in this format, I think is so different that's where that might deserve, splurging on it. So
Whoever designed this at Billy Reed is going, thank you. Thank you is exactly what I was going for. They're loving you right now, dude.
hey, I see you, Billy Reed.
They're
I
loving
see
you.
you, Billy.
I don't see you, Billy Reed.
I
You better
see
bring
you,
that
Billy.
cost down. You better bring that price down, Cat.
All right. Next, we have Gustin.
Never heard of these guys.
I have not either, but they have been hammering my Instagram feed. So
Huh.
Gustin, there's some kind of component to buying their stuff that I'm not familiar with yet enough to explain. But you will see when you shop that there's kind of like a co-op aspect to buying.
It's kind of like REI.
Well, no, in the sense that like it looks like they want each of their items to be, how Kickstarter, you have to submit a certain amount of money to get something made.
I don't know about Kickstarter, dude.
You've never heard of Kickstarter?
Never heard of it.
Talk about soapboxes.
Kickstarter?
Huh?
No, I've never heard of that.
Oh my God. All right. Rest of world, I need you to hammer Greg in the comments and explain what
Yeah.
Kickstarter is to
I don't
him,
know what that is,
because
man.
we don't have time for it
I
on
don't
the
need
show.
I don't need Kickstart, so
All right. So anyway, it takes a certain dollar amount to get these startup businesses
Okay.
funded on Kickstarter.
okay.
It's a website that crowdsources
Okay.
new businesses.
Right.
Well, with Gustin, it's like they're crowdsourcing the manufacturer of different items in their catalog,
Okay.
which I thought was novel. But they have several shirt jackets that they are calling CPOs.
What is that?
CPO, I had to
keep
look
seeing
this up. So CPO is a certain type of shirt that Navy officers wore.
Okay. I should have known it. How do I not know that?
Yeah,
It's military.
I'm
Good God.
not
I'm
proud
not
of you.
military, but usually I know some military shit.
I know. So
Dang.
yeah. You should flog yourself for not knowing that.
Golly.
But anyway, they had several interesting colors. I like this olive green, and so
That's green?
it looked that way to me.
Dude, it looks yellow right there.
Well, they're calling it acid rainbow, so I mean, it's kind of
They
like
are.
take your pick on what you want
They
to
are,
call it.
dude.
But all of their shirt jackets are called wool CPOs.
Wool jacket. I wonder if it has it looks like it's got an inner lining so it doesn't itch the F out of you.
Yeah, it does have a lining on it.
Because I bought a Pendleton one time that didn't, and I sent that bitch right back.
So I do like the close up here of the.
That's a cool shirt, man. That's unique.
Yeah,
That's unique, dude.
another reason why I chose it. It's actually a jean company.
Okay.
And so, but they had a lot of interesting choices.
That looks like it'd be uncomfortable as hell, but it looks cool.
I think that lining would be really.
I don't think that
really
lining's all
tasty.
the way though. I think it's just at the top and around the
Look-
edges.
Look down there at the.
Yeah,
at the tail.
yeah, exactly. Look, it stops. It's just the bottom trim.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah. So I bet it's not.
Hmm.
I'll have to go look them up and see if it is.
Yeah.
But
Well,
it's still a cool looking shirt.
their wool CP. So see where it says 67% funded on this
Okay.
this flannel here. That's what I meant by crowdsourced. So anyway, they have some other interesting colors. So viewers, go check those out.
Interesting.
This is a brand that I want to check out for my jeans. I do have an upcoming jean purchase that I need to make, and man, they may have to make my shirt list too. So moving along,
let's go.
I decided to
Hiroshi.
hit Hiroshi again. I did not know they had this many shirts, but they have several shirt jackets, and this really stood out to me.
I didn't know that. I've tried on their denim jackets before.
So this kind of had the look of denim, but I thought that this pocket cut was interesting, and it's the fabric looks as though it might be similar to what I'm wearing in this blanket shirt fabric.
Yeah.
To where it's got a denim look, but it's a softer feel, and so that struck me as pretty unique. But check out Hiroshi Kato. They have a lot of interesting.
They do, man. They've got some really cool shirt jackets. Yeah, they do. They've got some really cool button-ups, like some flannels.
3 or 4 different shirt jacket options, and they had a lot of different colors in them. I'm not so psyched about this $388 price.
Oh God,
on
no.
This one,
no.
So that's.
I tried on their denim jacket, and it had that same pocket, same. I believe it had the all the same detailing, except it just has one pocket. I didn't like it because the pocket hung way down south of my titties. I was like, get that pocket on up there. Why is it sitting down here under my nips? Like, I don't understand it. But they do have some cool shirts.
Yeah.
Kato does.
They were what?
I'm cool. I just call them Kato now.
So here's another one. They are calling their shirt jackets sashikos.
Sashikos, okay.
So this is the Anvil Sashiko in dark. This one's in dark indigo, but I don't know if you can tell there, but that's a whole different.
It's a weave.
That's like almost a waffle.
Yeah.
Whereas the previous one that was kind of indigo, it was almost like denim fabric.
I bet if you zoomed in or actually I bet it's a weave too.
So that was that stood out to me, and so I definitely want to keep shopping Hiroshi for
Sashiko.
Sashiko. I thought that really stood out to me.
I'm gonna have to look that terminology. I'm gonna have to look that word up.
Well, I'm wondering if the Japanese culture has their own kind of sidebar on shirt jackets that we just don't know about.
Maybe that'd be cool to know.
Like, are they just absolute pros at shirt jackets that they have their own cultural word for that we're blind to? And you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, who knew that?
Well, they are big into. They're huge in denim because after World War II, we wore denim over there.
Right.
And that's how they got a hold of denim.
Yeah.
And they loved it so much that they started like buying up some of the mills, some of the stuff to make it and all that kind of stuff, the looms and anyway, so you wonder if they did the same thing with the shirt. Did it come from the Navy? Is that where it originated? And then they, or do they have, like you said, do they have just their own style of shirt jackets?
Segment idea.
Yeah.
Remember Rants on Krantz?
Yeah. Love that guy.
Denim Mills. You need to do one on Denim Mills.
Denim Mills?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just a history rundown?
Well,
yeah, I'll do it.
You just dropped a nug that I was like, where are you getting this?
Yeah.
Yeah. Who dives through the Encyclopedia Britannica to know that the Japanese of all people took over, took over the quality control of worldwide
They did.
denim.
They carried the torch for denim. Yep.
Okay. So last but not least, Buck Mason. We mentioned them in one of those Bo Hayho articles.
Yeah.
Shout out Bo Hayho, who won't respond to me on Instagram.
Dang it, Bo.
Bo, you're gonna respond to me on Instagram.
Quit being come on.
Oh gosh, I didn't want to.
I know. I don't mean it, Bo. I don't know you personally. Bo. I'm just saying, hey,
Bo,
come on, man.
You're coming on the show. Bo.
Yeah, you're coming on the show whether you like it or not. Like we're gonna get you on here because I want to rap about some of this stuff.
Bo, you're gonna love us. Okay, you're gonna love us. All right, you're gonna have.
I'll apologize for calling you. I'll have you Florida Cagna ready for you with ice. With some Spindrift to pour over it.
You're gonna drop a cocktail with us.
Yep.
You're gonna drop some knowledge on us about clothing.
We do. We need to get Bo up in here.
You're gonna look good doing it. So just come on, man. Answer me
we're we're through 2 segments. We had 4 on our list.
Answer me, Bo. Okay, so I took Buck Mason from Bo's list, right?
Yeah.
And I
He
wanted to
knows.
kind of just, not just blow them off in a list as though they sucked or something and
Yeah.
kind of give credence to. So I searched them for a shirt jacket. And this is one of those where I was thinking, all right, so we've got that old school, it's that wool. They're calling theirs a wool CPO as well. This one is $248, so we have a lower price tag than the wool CPO we previously had. And then they've got, I like this brown better than the brown that we had in the cricket shirt.
I don't like that at all. I don't like that shirt.
Well, it looks a little weird there because it kind of looks as though it flares out on the bottom.
Yeah.
But on the model, I think
I still don't like it. It looks better on that guy.
that's where I was going. So we
better,
have an older gentleman here, and I would not tuck that in, but I can see where, let's say you're in upper or middle management, you're at a retreat, or you're at some kind of a corporate event where you're stepping out from, say, the strictly business trade show,
Right.
and you're going out to dinner with customers.
Yeah.
This is a way to loosen it up a little bit.
Yeah.
So that's where I wanted to display this. This is the setting I would choose this. I don't know that you have to tuck that in, but that might be a sweater underneath.
You're not coming across so stiff.
Yeah. So that's a way for, maybe a more conservative older gentleman that's used to having to tuck everything. You don't have to look so stiff like you just said.
Yeah.
I like that cut across it's got the kind of Western yoke like across the back. And then I think that's a nice length on the tail.
Once you zoom in, it does look a little bit nicer. It looks a little 60s, it looks a little old school.
Yeah. So it looks a little bit more trim there in the belly. And then I like how the tail doesn't come down too far.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where
I hate that.
That could add an option for somebody who needs to elevate their shirt jacket purchase.
Yeah. Got that sleeve rolled up so you can see that watch over there.
He didn't do that.
One sleeve rolled up for the watch.
Well, he didn't do that. So there's a close up on the pattern. It's kind of, what is that, like a houndstooth almost?
I don't know what that is, man.
It's that twill, kind of quasi twill, quasi houndstooth. With all those neutrals in that, you can wear that with a lot of different stuff.
Woolen twill.
And it's got that
with a brushed face.
Well, it's got the ripstop lining too, which I like.
Yeah, baby.
So it's going to be soft inside.
Well, hey, that's a good point. Look, I love it when I've got a few shirt jackets, and one of them has the faux wool lining in it in the sleeves, and it sucks because you have to hold your sleeve. If you got a long sleeve tee on to put it through, and then another one has that really slick lining to it. That polyester lining, I love those because you slip that jacket on so fast. You don't have to like tug at it and get it to like pull it all the way down and all that. Yeah, when it's got that lining in it, that makes the shirt.
Yeah.
And I'm like, any company that doesn't have that, I'm like, just try on your own shirt for once, and you'll start putting that same lining in every one you make.
Yeah.
If you actually wear it all the damn time.
Yeah. So, look, again, I think Buck Mason deserves some credit for this one. We kind of passed them off when we were critiquing them out of that Bohejo article. But, I think you can find a gem at pretty much anybody, any label, and this is one of them for sure. So, to kind of rewind here and tie a bow on why we're talking about these, the shirt jacket was, so we challenged each other to come up with a fall go-to for this episode. And so I chose shirt jackets for my personal fall go-to.
Okay, I didn't know that was your fall go-to.
Yeah, so once I started shopping for them, I was like, you know what? I wear shirt jackets all the time, and I don't really, it just kind of was just occurring to me. So I was like, well, I'll just make the shirt jacket my fall go-to. So now we're going to kick it to Greg for his fall go-to for segment 3 here.
Yeah. I don't have endless examples to display on the screen, such as you, but yeah, to me, the fall essential, and let's talk about how this got started. because once again,
Oh,
we're
true,
just
true,
being
true.
bombarded with these emails. Everybody, anytime fall comes around, anytime spring comes around,
True.
it's, hey, we've got your fall essential, buddy. Not the same fall essential we tried to sell you last fall. This is a different fall essential,
Yeah.
you know. And then we're gonna have a spring essential for you, and we're gonna have 5 of them, but they're all essential. Like, enough with the fucking essentials, man. They all use the same slogan. So anyway, it gets me thinking: what is a fall essential?
Mm-hmm.
To me, it's the quarter zip pullover. If I thought about it, it's this right here. If I was to pick one thing, it's your quarter zip. It works for any damn situation, and I think it's replaced. Yeah, everybody's more about comfort these days than they used to be back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You used to have your coat. Everybody had their coat and their jacket, and their shirts were kind of tucked in or something like that. But now everybody's more about the athletic wear.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they like going to work feeling cozy. They like going out to the grocery store feeling cozy. And the quarter zip, I have another quarter zip that I like to wear, but it's a golf one. And I picked this. If I had one, I'll pick this one over that one because this can operate on more levels than my Adidas quarter zip, shiny blue golf quarter zip. I can wear this thing. I can go out in the woods in it. And I look like I belong there. I can go to work in it. You know, I can go to a meeting at work in it. I can I purposely wore this polo up underneath it to show you that. I mean, I can go out on a date with it. It looks cozy.
Mm-hmm.
Your girl wants to snuggle up to it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's just nice. It can be nice if you need it to be nice,
Mm-hmm.
and it can be as casual as you want it. You can have a T-shirt on up under this and go to the kids' soccer game. Like, it's your everything shirt.
Mm-hmm.
When it's just a little chilly, you throw it on, and you're set. And if you get, there's nothing exciting about this color. It's just a brown. It's actually reversible. It's like a bluish brown when I flip it, or this is. And when you flip it, it's like a more reddish brown. But with that, like, if you have a neutral quarter zip, man, you could just wear that thing all the time, and all you do is really just change out the shirt that's up underneath it, and it'll look good with everything. So, like, another one I have is this gray one by QU, and this is my other one. This is my other go-to right here. It's got the little patch on it. It says QU, but man, I love this thing. It makes everything look good, and it fits you just right too. It's not like too baggy. It's not too casual like a sweatshirt. So you running behind, for work. You got a meeting. There's a client there. You could throw this thing on and still walk in there with some nice khakis on and look good and look like you belong.
Yeah. Yeah.
It works for any occasion.
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, definitely for the corporate world, quarter zips are absolutely key. I rarely go anywhere without them on a business trip.
Yeah, but I'd wear this over to my buddy's house. Just hanging out.
I got to where I was wearing them so much for business that I quit wearing them casually.
Yeah.
'Cause I used to be all about wearing them casually.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, I have to wear these for work so much that I'm sick of them.
Yeah.
But they've become a giant staple. Like, I don't know if you follow the Manning brothers much anymore.
No.
But the quarter zip has gotten so big that that's all the two of them wear on the Manning cast of Monday Night Football. And they will slam each other, and all of their guests slam the two of them for how much they wore quarter zips. And yet every single episode,
they just got to keep it up.
Still wearing quarter zips.
Yeah, they got to keep it up now. They are the
kings of quarter zips now. And it's like, Peyton, you know how much I love Peyton.
Yeah.
Who we need to have on here to talk about quarter zips.
Can we call him Peyton? We're just going to call him Peyton. I'm not calling him Mr. Manning. I'm from Oxford. I'm not calling anybody Mr. Manning. I'm sorry.
Yeah, well, I'd call Archie Mr. Manning.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. Archie, grandfather. Yeah.
But yeah, so Peyton.
P-Dog.
Help us get Harrison Ford on here.
Legend. Help us get Harrison Ford on there. Can you talk to Harrison Ford for us?
Yeah.
Can you put in a good word for
Because
Harrison
out of the
Ford?
three of us, Peyton will be the most interesting for Mr. Ford to talk to, and then we'll just distract them both with fashion.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think Peyton. It'd be interesting to talk to Peyton about fashion. I think
That'd be fun.
as much as he hammers quarter zips,
Yeah.
you know, I think he would have some genuine men's fashion advice
Yeah.
because of all the, the business functions he probably has to attend.
I quit wearing mine as much because now I want to try out especially since doing this show, I want to try out all these other styles and like the vest thing and, and the finding unique flannels and, trying to do old school cardigans and sweaters and stuff like that, that I don't see myself wearing this nearly as much as what I used to, but it was like an everyday thing. It's just so easy and you just throw it on and then you're set. You're looking good everywhere you go.
I wore a quarter zip underneath a blazer
Oh yeah. It
yeah.
works. Yeah. You put a blue blazer on top of this, like bright, and it'll pull it off. If
Yeah.
it's really cold out and a scarf right
Yeah.
there, it works.
Yeah, the wife's Christmas party last year,
Yeah.
I wore a quarter zip underneath a blazer.
Well, they had like Johnson and Murphy are making They're making like car coats with the quarter zip built into it.
So I went shopping for that.
Yeah.
Last winter, I went to Johnson and Murphy in our mall.
Yeah.
And tried on the exact car coat you're talking about.
Right.
And I can't remember if it's sewn in or if it zips out.
I don't remember either.
But
some of them are sewn in.
It
some
did
of them
have
out.
that lining in there that looked like a quarter zip.
Yep.
And I was super stoked about maybe buying it.
Yeah.
But that thing was so gigantic on me.
Yeah.
I was like, again, XL. Like, how is an XL this big anymore? But it just like. It was super boxy. Like I was kind of expecting Johnson and Murphy to have that tapered more, but no.
Yeah. Their stuff runs a little big.
It was made for a big fella. I will say that. And they didn't have a large on the rack.
Huh.
I couldn't even try on.
Well, the Johnson and Murphy store is so small, dude. Get a bigger store, fool. Like get a bigger store. They need a bigger store. It's like the size of a janitor's closet.
They are very small. They are very small.
Come on, man.
But couldn't try on a large, so it's like, see you guys.
Yeah. Yep. That's my essential, man. That's my fall essential. I did poll somebody else today and I asked them, yo, what's your one piece? What is it?
Okay.
Fall essential. Let me have it. And he said it's your favorite, not ragged sweater, not like your collar sweater, but a nice just sweater. No, it's nice. He said sweatshirt. Just a nicer, soft, cozy sweatshirt.
Just jersey knit sweatshirt.
Yeah, just a nice, cozy one. And he said, you want to dress it up? You throw a vest on top of it, and all of a sudden it's dressed up. But he said, I wear that. I can't wait to wear it, and I wear it anywhere. And if I need to like wear it, in the office or something like that, I just throw a vest on it. Makes it. You can dress it a little bit. I was thinking, so he said something else.
A vest over a sweatshirt? Like a fleece vest.
Yeah, fleece vest.
Okay, I was
Not
thinking
like a dress vest,
dude. I was thinking suit vest.
Oh, jeez.
And I was like, who are you talking?
No, he's talking like a North Face fleece vest or something like that.
Okay.
I think you just throw it over it. If it gets a little too cold or something, you got it, and it looks nice. You can wear it out on a date. You're not looking like you're just wearing a sweatshirt.
Yeah,
but like that was his. That was his.
Okay.
Because I was curious what other, and he said, man, I've just been waiting for it to get cold just so I can go grab that thing, throw it on.
Crew neck sweatshirt.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, that's fair. Yeah.
But he apparently has like a particular one that's his like favorite that he just can't wait to throw on and wear it all fall. So.
Oh, does he probably like sit in his recliner at night and like
probably
cuddle
so,
it,
man. Yeah, probably has a name.
Sit there and finger it, and
his wife wants to throw it away.
Yeah.
She's jealous of it. It gets more attention, gets more action.
Oh, speaking of action.
All right.
Let's wrap up this episode with our typical Pruitt stew.
Let's go.
Okay.
Let's do it.
I kind of want to do the first one here because of what it how it ties into this show, but let me
do my breathing exercise. Get ready.
This one may be funnier though. I'll save this one behind it because it's a cold weather one.
Okay.
And it's cooling down, but it's not quite cold enough to talk about this one. So I'm going to go to the next one. All right. Oh boy. All right, Pruitt Stew, episode 10. Zipper merge. Prep yourself. Manscaping. Dot. You tell me, man. This is out of your head.
Oh, God.
This is out of your head.
God almighty.
Manscaping.
Wow.
Self-managed or outsourced. Period. My brother-in-law, Exotic J, will need to explain himself for this topic suggestion.
I mean, I've got to let him explain himself.
You're going to have to explain himself.
I don't know what he's talking about.
Why would you put this in the show notes?
I don't know why you would put it in the show notes.
But you put it in the show notes.
Oh, man.
You don't know why you put that in there?
I don't know why I would put that in there. I think I thought it was funny, so I sent it to you.
I mean, we can't just call, we can't just pipe him in here. Like,
I gotta, because it makes me think. All right, what did I say? What did I say?
You said manscaping.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Self-managed or outsourced.
Yeah.
My brother-in-law, Exotic J. I've heard about your brother-in-law for 20 years. I've never heard you once call him Exotic J.
Just Exotic J.
So this
dude.
has me really thinking.
It's Exotic J.
Like, what kind of vodka-fueled bender did y'all go on in San Diego?
He sent that to me. He sent that to me. And I was like, because we were coming up with ideas for the podcast, like the topics, because he was sending me stuff and he was like, hey, what about this? What about this? What about this? And then we got to Manscaped. And I'm pretty sure he sent me that text saying Manscaped, whatever self-done, or what did I say?
Outsourced.
Or outsource.
You know what I thought of as soon as I read outsourced?
Yeah.
I thought of the scene in 40-Year-Old Virgin. I thought of Exotic J on the table at the wax place getting everything stripped off, Steve Carell style.
He's going to hate me for bringing up his name on this thing. Oh, my God.
But he can't possibly be that hairy.
No. So what
kind of manscaping does Exotic J need done?
I don't know, man. I don't know why he sent it. So to me, it sounds like he has history with outsourcing. And to me, the only thing that means is he might let his wife do it.
Your sister-in-law. And now,
I don't know, man.
And now the bones are.
I don't know. That's why I was like, "What is he admitting to?"
Yeah, the bones are.
That's why I said.
That's
why I said he's gonna have to come on here and explain himself, because I don't know what he just admitted to, but I'm scared of it.
Oh, the skeletons are just tumbling out.
I don't know what he just admitted to, man.
Like we might be destroying a family right now. We might be destroying a family on two fronts.
Well, let's talk about that. Manscaping. I don't really partake. I don't know. Some guys do. I've done it before. I don't know.
Well, speaking as a pretty hairy fellow,
didn't really.
I do participate in quite a bit of scaping. I've got all kinds of techniques. I can go on and on and on about.
I've got so little time by the end of my night that I'm like, there's other things that need to be groomed. There's other areas that that's the furthest thing on my list personally. So I don't know. Maybe if I outsourced it, while I'm brushing my teeth, I don't know. Maybe it might work, but.
The outsourcing aspect.
The outsource is the whole reason I sent that. It was just hilarious.
It has me just.
It was too good.
What
too good.
have the two of you gotten into as a couple
Oh my goodness, man.
to have to even call it outsourcing? Because there's no way I would let anyone
around
me or any part of my body to accomplish something to my standards of manscaping.
Oh my God, man.
So like we're talking about an onion here that includes the standards that have to be upheld of the scaping. You've got like the techniques going on. You've got levels of hairiness that you have to talk about.
Yeah.
You know, how often you have to attack that business. And
this should be its own. I mean, I know we're covering it now, but it sounds like this could be a Zach stew.
it's probably more of a Zach stew.
We probably need to save it and really dive in.
Yeah. All right. So on that note, do you want me to dial back to the one I had so that you've got a clear, like, do you want a clear shot on goal here? Like, do you want to end up on frame?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's
All
do
right.
it.
Okay. Oh, damn.
All right, so we just covered a topic that I don't know if my brother-in-law will allow me to keep in the show. So we're gonna run one more Pruitt stew down.
I mean, Exotic J, that opens up a can of worms on its own for me.
I love that name, Exotic J,
And
or J Exotic. I call him both. I call him both actually.
Had to have been ripped up.
Don't give it away what we're talking about because I may have to cut it all out of the show.
No. We're not cutting it. We're not cutting it.
I may have to.
No. Like,
Next card.
I will revolt
Next card.
I revolt on posting any of this episode if that's not included.
This is too good, man. This is too funny.
All right. Okay. So I'll get you one on frame here.
Yep. Let's go. Let's go.
Okay. We'll go back to the cool season
Let's do
look
it.
I was talking about. Wool too scratchy, but can look cool. Seems pretty benign, but knowing you, it's like, okay, there's something deep and concerning behind this.
Wool too scratchy?
Yes.
What was the context?
But can look cool.
Can you give me the origin?
How in the hell would I know the origin when it's out of your head in our show notes?
All right.
By random.
Wool too scratchy can be cool.
I mean,
can be cool.
We talked about wool.
Here's where it is.
At least 3 times in the shirt jacket.
Here it is. Okay. All right. Wool is an insulator. Right. Okay.
But you said can look cool.
I said can look cool or be cool?
Can look cool.
Okay, because there's an argument for wearing wool in hot climates because it's moisture wicking.
Okay.
So I have a very thin wool yarn shirt that I've worn on the beach.
Really?
Yeah.
See, people,
and it keeps you cooler than that fucking fishing shirt out of polyester.
This is why we do this show.
Yeah.
All right. Mergers. This is why we do this show.
Get your notepads.
All right.
Get your pencils and your notepads and put your name and date at the top. Yeah.
Yeah. We feed you these kernels here.
Yeah.
And it could go into depths that you just were never.
Feed you the whole fucking popcorn bucket. That butter.
That vanilla's treating you pretty well.
Butter. I need to get in bed. I'm supposed to get up 5:50 and work out in the morning. Jeez. All right. Can look cool. Super itchy. I mean, wool does look cool. Like when you see something made out of wool, you know it's like that shirt. Like it's a for real shirt. Like that's some serious cloth. It's gonna stand up a long time.
Serious cloth.
That's some serious cloth. It's gonna be around for a while.
Okay.
As long as you don't let them insects up in your closet, you know.
Huh.
It's gonna be there for a minute, you know. It's gonna do the job. It's gonna keep you warm. I like wool. It's the real thing, man. It's the real thing. It's like it's almost a perfect material out of the natural world. Like It does everything great, but it just itches the shit out of you. So people just had to suffer through it, you know. Way back in the day, I mean, that's what you had to wear if you were going to stay warm.
Yeah.
Out there, in 1865, out on the front line,
Mm-hmm.
you were going to have that wool on. them wool ass pants, itching your ass off. You're just gonna have to deal with it, man.
Mm-hmm.
But what else is gonna keep you warm? Sure as hell it wasn't cotton.
Yeah.
You wear that in summer. So yeah, I love having stuff that's made out of wool. Fortunately, now they've got merino and other things that don't itch you nearly as much. But I have tried on some stuff. I just couldn't take it. Like I have to wear like a shirt up underneath a wool shirt. But a wool sweater, most of the time I can do it just fine. But if it's merino, if it's like really really soft stuff, but just straight up, I can't remember what they call it, the type of wool that's really harsh, but. If it's that, you gotta just, it's gotta be a layer. You just can't throw that shirt jacket on like on your bare chesticles.
Yeah.
You can't do that.
Chesticles.
Chesticles. Yeah.
How can we phase that into a
Itchy.
t-shirt?
You need to, huh?
How can we phase that into a t-shirt?
I don't know. Drape your chesticles.
Yet another t-shirt idea.
Man, to outsource them chesticles, son.
All right, so Zipper Mergers, we've come to the end of the show. He is drinking Black Horse. I'm drinking Fleur de Cagna.
Yeah, we are.
And
Getting it done.
I am wearing Outer Known, and he is wearing a quarter zip.
That is of unknown origin.
Yeah, he has a Kuyu. Sorry, I get
Kuyu.
I get cool and Kuyu confused.
Kuiu.
He has a Kuyu quarter zip next to him.
Yeah.
Those are our fall go-tos for this episode.
Looking like a couple of cougar beacons.
I forgot about our effect for cougar beacons. Oh, speaking of t-shirts that we've got to make.
Well, we blew this 40-minute target, but that's okay. It was dope.
But we included 3 cougar beacons in our episode with Harrison Ford, Peyton Manning, and Eli Manning.
And Jay Exotic.
Oh, is he a cougar beacon too?
Obviously, yeah. Jay, you don't get a name like Jay Exotic and not be a cougar beacon, dude.
Well, we'll shout out to all of them on Instagram to let them know the cougar beacons they are, and hopefully they can share their expertise on being said beacons of cougardom.
Yep.
In our next episode.
Do I need to post a cougar beacon graphic? I think I've done it before.
You have done it before.
In case you don't remember it, here it is.
Boom. So yeah. We're going to wrap episode 10 here. Hey, It's a huge accomplishment for the two of us to have hit episode 10 in less than 1 year. So we appreciate you joining us. We hope to have many more with your support. And hey, help us get those fancy guests in here to help us talk men's fashion. We are your go-to fashion podcast. We keep it real with you, and we try to keep it loose and drop some knowledge and some tidbits on you here every now and again too. So thank you for participating. We love it. We'll see you next time.
Later.
Cut the music, cut the music, cut the music.